Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to work on our Celt Warriors. And we're going to paint some of these guys up. Let's shoot in on the shot here, get you in a little closer. And I've got 20 of these guys sitting here on my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 different pant colors. You notice they all have different color pants, like so. And we're going to do this first 5 in US Field Drab. It's a good earth tone color. Sorry guys, I'm going to go back on the shot just a little bit more, and we'll go ahead and do our first mix. We're going to load up the tray here. Oh, a little too much as usual. Let's stir this up, see what kind of consistency we have. That's pretty good. It's not too thick. I think we're going to go with that color. So let's get right to it with our regiment. Brush. Make sure I stay in the shot here for you. And we're just going to go in, we're going to right below his hip there. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for tuning in today. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and share this with all your friends, relatives, co-workers. Let's get this channel to grow. And once we get above 1,000, I can get my Amazon affiliate account going again, and I'm going to set up a website so you guys can get some discounts on the things that I recommend. Paints, models, kits, and you can get some savings. And I can just keep getting more and more kits and things I can make videos on. So this is Warlord Games Hail Caesars starter set. Celts versus Romans. The Romans are done. They're packed away in the storage cabinet. Well, you see that's a great color. And so what I do is I'll do like 5 in this color, then another 5 in another color, and then we can mix and match them a little bit so they're not so matchy. You know, these are wild men. They're tribesmen. You know, they're not going to have uniforms, you know, so we have to make them look a little different from one another. And this is an approach you can use to do that. Good miniatures, highly recommend. See, I'm going with the white base coat. It's going to help brighten them up a little bit. And we can go back in, and the next step we will do the flesh. Just knocking them out. So again, just spin them around, make sure you get all the little nooks and crannies. That looks pretty good. And like so. As usual, I've been really busy lately. And it's got my son back up to college. He's just got his first apartment. Pretty exciting stuff. Great little apartment. we did a shopping spree at IKEA here a couple weeks ago. And here in less than 2 weeks, my daughter goes to college for the first time. So we will officially be empty nesters. Give me some more hobby time. My business is also really busy right now, so we're gonna get as much hobby time as possible over the next few weeks. I'll also be doing some traveling. Upcoming. So the videos might be a little spotty here and there, guys. I promise to get them out as fast as I can. I appreciate you guys watching though, and the comments. I really appreciate your support. Fortunately, YouTube changed the requirements on channels several months ago. And I was a monetized channel, and I also had a Amazon affiliate account. Well, they both changed their policies, so we're looking to hit the new criteria. Like I said, the nice thing about the Amazon affiliates is we both benefit. So if you want to buy some of the paints and products and things that I'm recommending on my channel, you get a discount, and I get a small, very small commission that adds up, and then I can use those to buy more model kits that I can put together, as I said earlier. So we've got to get the channel to grow up above 1,000 subscribers to get to that point, and then we will build a website which will have a web store where you can order all the products that I use and I recommend, and you'll know that I have tried this stuff out, and it's going to be good stuff. So this guy's coming along. Like so. Now I just noticed now he has, like, this guy has a shirt. A lot of them are bare chested, like this dude. So we'll come back with another color, probably like a brown or a light brown. This is more like a sandy color. Got a little brown in it, a little sand color. This guy's doing a Fu Manchu on you right here. Check him out. Yeah. Very relaxing. Did a lot of traveling yesterday, taking my son back. Hot and humid this summer. Really took a lot out of us. Luckily his apartment complex has an elevator, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been if we had to do stairs. Yeah, this is going on really nice. So, as usual, one of my shortcomings with painting is I always put too much paint in the tray. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to paint these pants on this 5, and what I'm going to do is grab some of these other minis that have tops, not bare-chested minis, so I can use it up. So like this one, for example. Nope, he's got a bare chest. This guy right here is an example. Now see, he's got a garment on the top, so we'll mix and match it. I don't want to do the same color. It's like almost like a smock this guy has on. And we will Oh, it's almost like the way this garment works. It's almost like a tank top. We'll come back with this guy with another color for his pants. We certainly don't want it all to be the same color. That would look silly. Then you can see, like, right by his tunic or tank top, he's got muscles. Let's go in with flesh on that. Like so. If any of you guys are empty nesters, post in the comments below. See what let this new empty nester like me. If you have any advice for me? Do you guys ever find that your teenage kids, we're talking 18 to 21, really don't want a lot to do with you once they hit 18, 19 years old? I understand they're all wanting to spread their wings, be their own people. That's actually a good thing. My son's a very independent type kid. So there's one tunic. Alright, looks like this guy has a tunic. Yep. So let's go ahead and hit this guy. At least we could use up some of this paint and not let it go to waste. Get down in there and get this going on. Like so. There you have it. Work your way around. There's a belt there. I'll come back and hit that belt with like a leather brown, which is like a reddish brown. I do some of their shoes and their boots with that color. I mean, this color is kind of like a, almost like the same color like buckskin would be. So it really does work well. Boom. There's another guy. So, and this guy has a tunic. Go ahead and do this one too. And we'll knock these out. I'll bring you back for the flesh tone. Alright guys, we're going to do the flesh tone. Tan yellow. My favorite. Alright. I'm going to go in. Straight in. And then typically add 1 drop of water. 1. Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. Just like so. I'm going to do detail brush. And we're going to go right in. Hands. This guy's got a shirt. I'm going to have to do it the different color of his pants. That's okay. We can just mix and match. It's supposed to look like a group of guys that grabbed their weapons at the village and decided they're going to kill a bunch of Romans. Right? And they're going to get his neck. He's got a really cool bicycle mustache. I don't want to paint over that. And check things out here. Looks good. What do you guys think? This dude. Going on in. And come on up. I think he's got like a wristband of some kind. As I said, with the Romans or any many were painting, obviously, they really come alive when you start doing the flesh. That's when they really come alive. I guess they're finishing up Gen Con today. It should be finished, wrapped up. I get over there one of these days. I just want to stay downtown. I don't want to have to drive in every day. And the problem with that is now they've got this lottery system for hotel room, which is kind of lame. Actually, it should be first come, first serve. And the problem they were having is people were buying blocks of rooms, and you could do that. You can get 4 or 5 different cards from different people, and you could buy up a bunch of rooms. Let's say they limit you to 2 rooms per person. Well, people were camera's sliding down here, guys. Sorry. Get it straightened out here for you. There. I think she'll hold. It's like my mount was slipping. Anyways, they were having problems with people. They were reselling the rooms to people for a profit. Somehow they were making that happen. I guess what they were doing is you could buy up, say, 6 rooms, use 2 or 3 different cards, and then they were going to people they knew and said, hey, I've got a room, I'll sell it to you for $500, and they would just keep it under the original name that it was registered in. The person would come in and check in. I don't know. It's like everything. Everybody's got to take something that's good and ruin it. So now what they try to do, so everyone has an equal chance at getting hotel space. They reserve the block of rooms, and then you have to enter in a lottery system, and then you'll find out so many months before if you got a room. I don't know how it exactly works. If you guys know and you've been there and you're frustrated about it too, you can post in the comments below. That's how successful it is. I know, it seems to me, the thing that it seems to me is they need to do it more than once a year if they're having this much success and the thing's really just getting booked up. Well, that tells you you need to do another one. Maybe do a Gen Con Milwaukee or a Gen Con Tampa. You know what I'm saying? It seems to me like they need to expand it and not just do Minneapolis or Indianapolis. I don't know. So I'm going to be organizing nothing like a convention. I thought, well, you know, let's do like a convention. That's too ambitious initially. I want to do gaming destinations. Okay, if you guys follow my Facebook, which if you guys aren't on my Facebook group, go to Crazy German Wargaming Group. Make sure you spell crazy with a Z, and you can stay abreast of things that's going on. I'm looking in a couple of years, in 2020, that'll be the first meeting. We would have a space at the Great Wolf Lodge in Mason, Ohio, which is right by Kings Island. The famous amusement park. One of my favorite amusement parks, where I spent a lot of time growing up. And then you could bring your families if you like, you could bring your significant other if you like, or not, or a group of guys or girls, whatever, and you'd get a gaming table. We haven't totally worked out all of the details yet, if it's going to be like game table rental for the weekend, if it's going to be a flat fee per person, and then that's not been worked out yet, so that everyone gets a chance to have a game table. I'd also like to do something where we have clubs, local clubs come in, or even individuals if you want, doesn't have to be a club, to do demo games. So it's something we're going to work out. We're going to iron out all the details. We're going to start small, and if it's successful, we'll grow. We'll grow it. From what I understand, there is a board game club group here in Ohio that did this similar thing at the Kalahari, which is also another indoor water park, and they've outgrown the venue. They're trying to find some place. They're thinking about coming down to Columbus Convention Center because they outgrew the Kalahari, which is huge. If you've ever been there up in Sandusky, Ohio, well, it's going to look nice when we put that wash on there and get all that definition. There's some really good sculpts here, guys, on this. Really good sculpts. So post in the comments below. Some guys say, oh, you know, nobody wants to go to an indoor water park. Well, you got to consider this is going to be done in pretty much mid-January. I don't know about you guys, but that's about the time of year I'm going to get out of the house. I'm starting to already feel cooped up. We also have to, obviously aren't going to set a date yet, because my wife and I do travel in the wintertime since my kids are in college. One's almost done with college and out on his own, and we may be on a cruise. We do 2-week cruises in January, so I don't know if I will set this up for the end of January so we can get our cruise time in. And there's another gamer destination I want to do, guys, is the gamer cruise. You know, guys say, well, you know, guys just want to come and get away from their wives, and that's fine. That's the beauty of this venue, guys. The beauty of the venue is it has options. It has a lot more options, and it's a higher end. The rooms are really nice. They've got 2 restaurants, several eateries. They've got a candy factory place where they make fudge and all kinds of candies. The indoor water park, of course. So the way the water park works is you're going to pay a fee to either get a table. So there'd be so many tables we have access to, and there'll be so many people come in. Now, we haven't worked it out yet, like I said, how we're going to divvy up the tables, who gets to play when. Right now the concept is you pay a fee, you come in, it's first come first serve to the existing tables. Let's say we have 20 tables. Well, you get crack at a table. We're only going to have a limited number of tickets available. Now, here's what's happening in a lot of these gaming conventions is they run out of table space. So I'm trying to formulate how to work this, and obviously would involve having like a schedule where you can schedule a time that you're going to play a game with a friend, a group of guys, whatever you want to do. And each slot, let's say, is 2 hours. Well, you can pay for the slots for 2 hours. I don't know how we're going to work it yet, but I will figure this out. I will figure it out. Because that is what's happening at a lot of these historical conventions especially, is the guys are coming in, they want to play, and there's no tables available. So obviously we have to come up with some sort of a rental system where maybe you charge a flat fee and you get so many hours of playtime you can register for and schedule, and each table has maybe 2-hour increments where you can play, and you got dibs on the table from certain time to certain time, kind of like you would at your local games store. Your group could maybe rent a table for the whole weekend, right? I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet. Like I said, I'll figure it out. We will figure it out, but obviously it has to go in the direction of somehow paying to rent space at a table. And the question is, how much do you charge for that? Well, I'm going to find that out here in a couple weeks. I'll be meeting with the salespeople at Great Wolf Lodge. They will start giving me rates. I'm going to have to give them a weekend. It's probably going to be the 3rd weekend of January. We would like to start taking a 2-week cruise. We're taking one this year, the 1st of January, right after the 1st of the year. And I could come back and we can go do this. And we'll figure something out. You say, well, we just don't want to rent a table. We can do that at our local club, or I can have people come over to my house. Well, you know what? You're not going to be at the Great Wolf Lodge. And you're not going to have access to the indoor water park. And they say, well, you know, who wants to do an indoor water park? I go to a gaming event to game. Well, I get that. But can you literally play games all day? No, you can't. You get burned out. I've heard it from too many sources that people start to act like jerks after 6 p.m. because they've been gaming all day. It's too much. It's too much. say, well, that's my business. If I rent a game table all day and I want to sit there and game with my friends, well, why would you do that? Well, you can do that. Like I said, you've got options. You can do that. But and I said, well, I'm not going to get a room at the hotel. But we got to have a cutoff point. I'm going to say, no gaming after 7. The water park's open until, in the wintertime, is open until 8 p.m. So, personally, how I would do it is I would get up in the morning and play a little bit. I'd go to the water park for a couple of hours, and then I'd come back, because I wore these beach shorts. They just dry out. I got flip-flops on, and I just come back to the gaming room and meet somebody for a game that I've scheduled. So that's how we're going to have to do it. You're going to have to schedule time for the tables, or people are going to fight over the tables, and you're going to have people that hog the tables. They're going to get up, say 10 a.m. when gaming starts, and they're going to stay on the gaming table all day, and they'll hog the table if you just do open tables. And that's what ends up happening at these gaming conventions. People come in, there's a big room with a lot of tables, and they come and they grab a table and they literally stay on the table. So if you guys are in clubs who had gaming destination events like this, and you have some tips for me, post it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. And how you worked your game table reservations. Obviously, my thought is 2-hour increments, right? You can do 4-hour increments, and then the price doubles. Say it's $20 for 2 hours for 2 people, or it's so much per person who games at the table. And I say, well, why would I want to do that? I can just, well, that's fine, but you're not going to be at that venue. That's the whole thing. This is really geared towards people who want to stay. Not that you have to, because the hotel rooms at this place are between $2 and $2.50 a night. But that includes your water park pass. You say, well, I don't want to go to the water park. Okay, so don't stay there. There's a ton of hotels in this area. Go stay at the Marriott. Go stay at the Holiday Inn Express. All right, guys. We'll be right back with our next color.